Guys, today we've got Supreme and Nike dropping tomorrow. Looks like there's going to be a restock of the Jordan 1 Union collab. And this new sneaker release method could stop bots forever. Welcome to the midweek re-up. Seems like there's a decent amount of updates. Like, there's a lot of releases happening right around the corner that we didn't previously know about it. So let's go through it. Nothing to really recap except for this one, which should be dropping today. So there's going to be kind of like a big restock of a couple different Air Max 95. So the Air Max 95 Neons are going to be dropping through JD. Again, June the 4th. So unfortunately, not really much time to prepare, but it's a super limited restock. It's literally at these locations, all in store through JD, and that is it. But hey, let me know if you managed to get them. Like I said, there's a couple because the actual pink foam colorway is also going to be dropping. Same location, same thing through JD. All of these spots over here. And then finally, the bright mandarin colorway of the Air Max 95 is also dropping on the 4th through JD. But the main release through a bunch of different retailers and of course the Nike sneakers app is going to be June the 6th, so I wouldn't worry about it too much. But speaking of restocks, let's talk about the Jordan 1 Union LA Chicago Shadow, which apparently, according to everyone, is coming back. So a couple days ago, I can't remember whether it was on Sunday's episode, but we found out that these were supposed to be restocking in the EU and the UK. That didn't actually end up happening. It got postponed to a later date, so we're most likely going to see that in the future because pairs did load up to the back end. However, now it's rumored that they're going to be dropping in the US as a restock through the Nike sneakers app. This has been confirmed by Eldon Monitors, a very well-known kind of Nike sneaker leaker. He does a couple other brands as well, so he just said more details to come. House of Heat also posted an article talking about it, and essentially nobody really knows the exact date, but I would imagine it is this week or maybe this weekend, so be on the lookout if you are after this pair of sneakers because it's definitely worth picking up for retail. As of right now, nothing has been loaded up to the Nike sneakers app. As you can see on the upcoming tab, it is just these, so no Jordan 1 Union just yet. Right, a drop that's happening tomorrow. People seem to be pretty hyped about this one. It's the Supreme, Nike, and Good Enough collaboration. So the main highlight in terms of sneakers is going to be the Air Forces that we now have like official images and everything of. So it's these ones over here. Pretty much an all-white Air Force One with this, I don't know, is that a cheetah print, leopard print, something like that for the Nike swoosh. You got the Good Enough branding over here. You do get some extra laces, which is very Supreme. The text reads Supreme Enough. Looks like you do get a little bit of a custom purple embroidered Nike swoosh on the top of the shoe. That's about it. That's really changed to the actual shoe itself. Doesn't look like it's anything major in terms of like a material upgrade or anything like that. Now, of course, they're not just dropping the Air Forces. There is going to be a bunch of other stuff involved. We also have retail prices for a lot of this stuff. So you can see, I guess these are the most hyped items. I'm not entirely sure, but you got the t-shirt, you got the shoes, you got the jacket, another one. What the hell is this? Screwdrivers, some speakers for $7 grand. And then again, a bunch of other stuff. I believe the shoes are going to be the most anticipated. These ones are probably going to sell out just considering how hyped up Supreme Forces have been in the past. $160, I don't know if that's normal or if that's an inflated price because of like tariffs and stuff like that. You guys will have to let me know down in the comment section. But yeah, just wanted to give you a brief look at everything that's going to be dropping tomorrow. Again, you guys know the usual time, June 5th, 11 EST, 5 p.m. EU, 4 p.m. UK, and then Asia on Saturday. We just got a release date for the JJJJound Asics Kayano 14 collaboration. June 12th is when they're going to be dropping. There's two different colorways. Honestly, I know I've said some shit about JJJJound collaborations in the past, but I will say this is a pretty nice colorway. As far as a collaboration goes, like it's pretty underwhelming in terms of, you know, there's not much changed. It's not a crazy difference in terms of these versus a GR colorway. But, you know, I do like the white, the metallic, and then the black accents, and then the light blue is a nice touch. Second colorway is not bad at all. It just looks like kind of like a black metallic sail pair as well. So two very strong colorways, but they are going to be hyped. And I also wonder what the retail price is going to be. Usually JJJJound jacks up the price. $180, what is that? I think a normal Kayano 14 is like $150, $160. So yeah, a little bit of a price premium there, but there you go. Let me know what you think about these down in the comment section. Two very strong colorways, but not the strongest collaboration. Also dropping June the 12th, we got a little update on this. The New Balance 2000, one of the most anticipated sneakers for 2025. So it's going to be dropping in this blue agate colorway, agate. These are the official images. I assume it's going to be a New Balance release release plus a bunch of retailers, unless New Balance decides to keep these super limited, which would be a little bit unfortunate. If they do that, I hope they make a bunch of pairs of these, because I imagine they sell out. I imagine they completely fly off shelves unless New Balance does actually make a decent amount of pairs. Now, we also have first looks at an upcoming colorway, which we don't really have an exact release date on just yet. At some point this summer is the timeline. This is the gray colorway. I really like the midsole, like the fact that it really highlights the cushioning on here. I think it's a really good look. In fact, I might even prefer these to the blue pair that's going to be dropping first. These are dropping for $165, and it's also worth mentioning that we have seen a bunch of colorways of this pair of shoes. So if you don't like the first blue colorway, don't feel like you need to go out and grab them immediately. There's going to be a ton more in the near future, so you may want to hold out for the right colorway that you really like. Now, sticking with New Balance, we got some new updates on a JFG collaboration, Joe Fresh Goods. First of all, they're doing a Foamex recovery shoe, slide, mock, whatever we're calling them. So this was leaked by Joe Fresh Goods himself. He put up a little picture of this pair of shoes with him in the car. I actually tried these things out when I was in the US, because I think they're US exclusive. They're really comfortable. Not my favorite looking mock shoes, but super cozy. It's also like a slime green color, so you're definitely gonna be turning some heads in these things. Now, as far as the release date, we're not entirely sure of like the main global release, but we do have a date for, I guess, a pre-release thing that they're doing, Joe Fresh Goods and New Balance. So this weekend, June the 7th, that's this Saturday, there might even be another pair on the schedule as well. So we know that we're getting the foam clog shoes, but we're also going to be getting a New Balance 992 made in USA. And you can see it through this leaked image over here, just chilling in the background. It's also green. This one seems to have a little bit more of a contrasting like sail or taupe color to it as well. So this one should have like an actual release at some point in the future, but as of right now, it's going to be a block party which will celebrate the new project in Chicago, Saturday, June 7th. The OnePiece Crocs Classic is going to be returning on June 20th. I actually had no idea that these things ever released. First time I've seen these things. But yeah, this is an Atmos OnePiece Crocs collaboration, so a little triple collab, and they're going to be dropping on June the 20th. These are the official images. Either way, the update is that they're going to be dropping through Atmos on June the 20th. So that's all the information we have. This is cool. I thought I'd show you guys this little unboxing video of the Lego collaboration. So this is actually what's going to be releasing, like the one that was up for pre-order. These are the dunks. So it looks like the little man is housed in the back of the shoe, and then the front pulls out, and you got the extra laces which you can swap out. You've got the basketball over here. These camera shots are freaking insane, and then it all pieces together to have the entire stand. This thing is $100. Again, available for pre-order, or you can wait for the release when they do it through Nike, which I believe is sometime in July the 1st or something like that. Let me know what you think about this down in the comment section, and let's keep it moving. Also dropping this month at some point, the Stone Island New Balance numeric collaboration, which is pictured over here. This one, again, just kind of came out of nowhere. So this model is a 272, I believe, but it's a little bit different. Like, they've changed it up slightly. It looks maybe a little bit more premium, a little bit more sleek. I kind of like the way that it looks, how it has like this two-tone effect to it. You got some added details on the back, Stone Island Marina, as well as this, which I don't know if it was on the regular 272. Here's a little up-close look at the materials. You've got canvas on the upper, and then suede for the second layer, which is pretty nice. And then the New Balance logo just plastered right on the top. I don't mind these at all. Again, like I said, they're going to be dropping at some point in June. I do really think that this is the best Stone Island and New Balance have done so far. We just got our first image of the upcoming Jordan 3 RM. This thing right over here, which is... It's interesting. This whole RM series is very interesting, and I don't know how I feel about this one. So the RM remastered, retro modded, whatever the hell we're calling this series, it's interesting. It's a weird kind of like breakdown of the actual shoe. So obviously this is a Jordan 3, which just kind of looks a little bit spizikey in my opinion. Like the Jordan 4 RM, I think worked really well. That was a really nice pair of shoes. These ones just look, I don't know, a little bit strange. Now we also know that we're going to be getting a Jordan 6 or a Jordan 7 RM, potentially even both next year. But one thing's for sure, if they go the route of how they dropped the RM, the Jordan 4 RMs, then we know these things are going to be flooded. They're going to do so many different colorways and stuff like that. I also imagine they're going to be a lot more affordable affordable because the Jordan 4 RMs are around that like 115, 110 price mark. Could be interesting. I mean, we'll have to wait and see, get some actual early images of these things in hand to really judge them, but let me know what you think about this, and what do you think about the Jordan RM series? Do you want them to do more models? Because looks like they're going to be doing it. Moving to some releases that are going to be happening a little bit further down the line this year, one of the most anticipated is the Jordan 4 Cavestone. We just got some way better kind of official images from a retailer. So I believe this is one of those like size or foot patrol type things. You can see the box over here in the background looking kind of like the, well, the Jordan 4 brick by bricks, if you ask me. If these things come textured, we know where they got it from. Maybe even the Olympic 4s as well. It could have that kind of cementy brick texture. The shoes themselves look really good. I'm a big fan. I do like the whole neutral earth tone thing. Obviously, the hype behind this pair of shoes is insane because of the Travis Scott sample connotations. Like, these things do just objectively look extremely similar to the Travis Scott Jordan 4s. I think it's going to be a pretty big release. The materials do look a little bit weird. That's my only question. It kind of looks like that Amama and Your stuff that might get scuffed and damaged easy. Either way, let me know what you think about this sneaker down in the comment section, and if you're after it, they're going to be dropping September the 6th as of right now. That release date could change, but we're going to pencil in that one. Also dropping in September, we've got a little bit of a release update on it though, the Travis Scott Fragment Air Jordan 1 Low, September 20th. I think originally it was September the 3rd, and then it was the 6th or the 7th. Now it's the 20th. By far one of the most anticipated sneakers of the entire year for obvious reasons. I mean, a Fragment Travis Scott release is just, historically speaking, it goes crazy. I think people are going to be highly anticipating it as well because we haven't had that many. Have we had a single Jordan? No, we haven't had a single Jordan 1 Travis Scott this year. So yeah, this is going to be a massive release. Unfortunately, there's not a massive amount of pairs. I think the number that we have right now is 60,000. Now that does make it the highest stock for the Fragment series. Like the lows and the highs that they did last time had a little bit less than 60,000 pairs. So these might be the easiest Fragment Travis Scotts to get. I mean, what are we talking about here? They're going to be impossible to get. Let's be honest. We also got a little release update for the upcoming Union Fragment Air Jordan 1 High. These are going to be dropping, well, they're now called the Sport Royal colorway, and they're going to be dropping February the 6th, 2026. So again, just to remind you, these are the shots, the early images of them. Definitely a little bit underwhelming. That's what I've heard from people, just because of that midsole mainly, or should I say the outsole, the fact that it's all solid white and it doesn't have a contrast color. But yeah, this is it. It's yeah, it is what it is, and I think we're going to be getting multiple colorways. Don't worry too much if you really hate this one. We should be getting, I think, a contrasting one where they have like the Chicago's on the top or something like that, and then like a panda colorway where it's just black and white. So yeah, these are the in-hand shots. Let me know what you think of these down in the comment section, and again, next year in February. This one's pretty cool. So it just got announced that we're going to be getting a second Who Decides War Jordan Flight Court, this time the coconut milk colorway. It's going to be dropping July the 12th, and this is it over here. So the original one I loved, phenomenal pair of shoes. I still got mine actually, but this one looks, I don't know, do I like it a little bit more? Probably, because it is just a little bit more poppy. It's got you know, the sail color all over it. You got some really nice materials for the suede over here. This one does switch it up a little bit, where I think you've got canvas on the upper, like you can see over here, like even the top looks like some kind of canvas material. I don't think that's suede. It almost looks neoprene-ish. This elevated version, solid stuff. We just got confirmation that the Levi's Nike collab is coming very, very soon. They released this promo video of them constructing, I assume, the apparel that's going to be part of this collection. So as we know, I think we saw Lil Yachty wearing it, where he had like the full denim set, the denim jacket, the denim jeans with the Nike branding. So you can see over here, this is them announcing it. Now, of course, along with this, there's going to be 3 different Air Max 95 colorways, the white, the blue, and the black. All come with extra red laces, or this one comes with black extra laces as well. Not entirely sure when exactly these are going to be releasing, but I would assume this month. Push it maybe to July, but you definitely want to keep on your toes if you are after this collaboration. And of course, if I get any more updates, I will let you guys know. Sticking with the 95s for a minute, we just got a confirmation that the Air Max 95 Solar Red Big Bubble is also returning. I feel like we're getting everything. Every freaking OG Air Max is just coming back this year, and these are the first looks at it. This is the big bubble version, so it's gonna have that, you know, that bigger, squishier air unit at the back, and it's a very nice colorway. I mean, neon's at the top, obviously, but these could be right under there. Like, I'd take these over the mandarins. I'd take them over the pink one. The red is a nice color, especially the Nike infrared color. It's nice and bright. Either way, if you're after these, they're going to be dropping this fall time at some point. Also dropping this fall, I just wanted to highlight this because I thought this is a banger colorway. The New Balance White Neon 1906. I don't know what they're calling this one, whether it's Refined Future or what, but it's the one with all of the crazy, you know, excess material panels. So this one's pretty simple. It's just all over sail, but it has like this little lime green on the midsole, and I really, really like these things. I think this is a banger colorway. I don't think I've seen too many different colorways of this version. Like, I remember the original ones, which were like the metallic colorway. Those were really, really good, but this one I might just have to pick up. This is a banger. Either way, sometime this fall, let me know what you think down in the comment section, if you like them or is this a pass, and if I get any more updates, I'll let you guys know. This one's a little bit sad. Vans revenue has dropped $400 million. So according to this, their revenue has dropped 22% in Q4 and 16% for the full year. So that's 400 million loss compared to last year. So it kind of seems like Vans has stalled a little bit. I thought Vans was doing pretty well. Like, they released the new school. Everybody kind of liked those. I've seen a couple collaborations, which I thought were pretty good. So I thought Vans was kind of, you know, like, apart from their OG stuff, kind of back in the sneaker scene, but maybe not. I don't know. Let me know down in the comment section. Are you guys rocking Vans, or is this something that I just was completely unaware of? Final story. This one's pretty good. Two bots accidentally paid $30,000 for the Vandy the Pink Asics. Here's the receipt. We got someone who paid $30,000 for these shoes. This is a pretty interesting thing. It's similar to what J Balvin and Jordan Brand did when they did their collaboration. I think they basically priced the shoes at $25,000, and then you can use a discount code which brings it back down to the retail price. So Asics and Vandy the Pink did the exact same thing. They priced these at $30,000, and then you had to use this code over here to get $29,820 off. So this is a little strategy which I'm glad is kind of catching on, where it removes bots from the equation, because these sneaker resellers just run their bots. They'll check out on $30,000 shoes. Now, the way that you could obtain this code was by following, I think, Vandy the Pink on Instagram, was it? Yeah, so we posted on his IG, but obviously some people didn't get the memo. The botters tried to check out, and as we have here, this little confirmed text message where it said, did anybody cop for 30K? Yeah, 2 people did. This is a really cool method of circumventing the bot problem, because it's almost like a little middle finger to anybody who tries to bot these releases. But I don't know if this can work at like a large scale. Like, is this something that Nike could really do? Is this something for like a massive Jordan release that they could really implement? Most likely not. But a lot of the botters do go for like these little niche releases, which are really hard and limited to get in the first place, like this one. You know, these little Asics collaborations are usually insanely limited. So when they do something like this, I actually think it's a solid way to get rid of bots and then make sure that people who really want this pair of shoes can actually get them. So I could see this becoming a thing with different retailers in the future, maybe like New Balance, Joe Fresh Goods, JJJJound, and Asics, like whatever. It's some kind of, you know, smaller release where the numbers are extremely limited. Getting rid of bots makes a big difference for these drops. Let me know down in the comments if you think this is a strategy that would actually work, or is it just always destined to be fixed and bots just always find a way. That wraps it up for this week's episode. Don't forget, we do this every single Wednesday and every single Sunday, so if you want to stay in the loop, subscribe to the channel, and of course, if you want to catch another video, I'll put one right over there.